enjoy the ride. Life is way too short to get tied up in all this mess. Hey there, how's it going? davidinark here, and today we're going to talk about the elephant in the room. Yes, I got a community guideline violation on my channel. And if you're a regular viewer of the channel, you might be wondering, what on earth could Dave have done to tick off the gods of YouTube? And, well, honestly, it is my fault. It is what it is. So I've had a video up that was the download BeamNG for free. And the primary focus of that video was how to get the tech demo from archive.org. But also included in that video were ways that you could potentially obtain the game that because of the way I demonstrated what to do, and frankly, there was a whole lot of what not to do. It was a very cautionary tale, or so I thought. But because of the way I explained it and went through things, even though it's been up, I can't remember when I released the video, but it's been up for quite a while. It suddenly, somebody somewhere decided it was a content violation, and so had it taken down, and I got my wrist slapped. Now, as I'm recording this, as you can see, the light in my, they're just like that. Yeah, the light in my, I don't know, what do you want to call it, ceiling fan is going wackadoo, and so there's I've got to swap out the light socket. It's just the socket. The socket's going bad. It's old, so I've got to swap that out. It's not a big deal. Just hopefully, things won't catch on fire while I'm recording this, and if they do, well, then it'll be a whole different video. In any case, so I'm going to have the warnings kind of on the screen as I talk about some things. So when I first got the message, I was like, what kind of content violation could I possibly have received? And I will say this, YouTube does a good job of explaining, at least from my perspective, of explaining what the problem is. And it was that it was harmful or dangerous content. And that's kind of a catch-all. Okay, I'm going to have to turn the light off. All right, so I turned the light off. I turned off my ring light. We're just going to hang out in the dark. I feel like I should be playing a horror game at this point. But anyhow, so harmful or dangerous content, and essentially the strike is because the content in the video describes, it described some not necessarily legal ways to obtain software. So basically how to pirate the software, even though that was not the intent of the video. In fact, the intent of the video was to educate people and say, hey, don't do this. But I realize now there were better ways to approach that, and it's perfectly fine. So I got the content, the community guideline warning, and it's not a strike yet. And this is where things are kind of funny. If you've never gotten one of these, then call this your own cautionary tale. And you may want to go back and review videos that you think might even dance along the line. So essentially, what they do is they remove the content, so you no longer, of course, get views or likes or any of that kind of stuff. I don't believe that anything that you had accumulated with that video up to that point is affected. So like any of the views that garnered, and it was garnering a lot. I think it had probably 350,000 views, which is crazy for my channel. But it is what it is. But I don't think that took away from the overall tally of the views. I went and was looking in the analytics, and I didn't see anything that jumped out and looked like all of a sudden there was a weird dip or anything. But then again, I may be looking at it wrong, but I don't think so. I don't think they punish you yet. Now, if it was an actual strike, then who knows, maybe. But anyhow, they took the video down, and then you are given two options to take action. And one is that you review the harmful or dangerous content policy, and that there's a test or a quiz that you can take. And so I took the quiz, and I would have gotten 100%, except one question. When I chose the right answer, it told me I was wrong, and I knew it was right, but I went and chose the other answer because once you get it wrong, you basically don't have a choice. You have to go choose the other answer. Okay, well, that was obviously wrong, and so it counted it wrong regardless, which is ridiculous, but talk about a content violation. Anyhow, so there's that. And then the other thing that you can do when you attempt to take action is you can, if you so choose, you can appeal the decision. And basically you write why the video shouldn't be removed, why it didn't violate the various community guidelines, etc. Here's my thing. As far as this video, that particular video is concerned, I can absolutely see where, if viewed in a certain context, it certainly would violate the community guidelines. I get it. I totally do. So I have no problem with them taking down that video. It is what it is. I know there are other creators that have had similar run-ins with YouTube, and they decided to fight the owner of the complete platform, and were, basically shut out and had their channel lost. And I truly hate that for those folks, especially when they put up a really good defense as to why their video did not violate, or why they felt like it didn't violate content guidelines. But at the end of the day, YouTube owns the platform. So whether you agree with it or not, if they say you violated the platform guidelines, then, I mean, you violated the guidelines. Now, you can appeal and say, hey, I'd love to appeal this and see how that goes. The problem is, if you lose the appeal, then it's a definite strike. The other thing that is I'm sort of on probation right now, up until I think it was May. Let me look real quick. May 17th. So until May 17th, as long as I don't violate the policy again within that time period, then basically it goes away and everything's smoothed over. If, however, I do violate it, or they think I violated it, then I won't be able to post or upload or live stream for a week, for starters, and then it grows exponentially from there if I continue to violate. Again, based on the video content, based on kind of the issue that they had with my video, I'm sorry, I'm looking down to see how long I've been recording. For me, I don't have a problem taking it down. It is, what it is. I don't necessarily agree, but it is such a gray area. It's very easy for them to cherry pick what needs to be pulled out and say, yep, this violates the agreement. So I get it. I totally get it. And I'll have to go back and review my videos just to make sure, because I don't think I've done that in any other videos or anything like that. I just want to come on and share my experience. Like I said, I know there are folks that have gone through this process and they have actually lost their channel because of it. But the one thing to remember, and this is my cautionary warning, my cautionary tale to anyone who's out there as a creator, you have to remember that the owners of the platform, regardless of what that platform is, decide what does and doesn't violate their own community guidelines. You're on their platform. You're playing in their sandbox. It's, you're playing with their toys. If they pack up the toys and tell you to get out, that's their right to do that. Sorry, I know that doesn't, fit with the narrative that a lot of folks want to hear, but at the end of the day, it is. And, the lesson learned, if you even think that your content might dance along the line, you may want to just double check. You may want to edit. You may want to just get a feel for it. And if you're not sure what the guidelines are for particular areas, then that's very easy to find in the Creator Studio. You can go and look up community guidelines and just follow through and see, hey, do I think this might cross the line at, the 2-minute mark or the 5-minute mark? Yeah, that one might be, you may want to go back and edit, or you may decide I'm going to throw it up there and see what happens. More power to you. and some folks, there may be other folks out there that have the exact same video, well, not exact, but you know what I mean, cover the exact same content that I did in my video, and they are perfectly fine. And it's not violated community guidelines. That's very possible. Is it fair? Once again, no, but I don't make the rules. The platform owners make the rules. So it is what it is. But I just wanted to come in, kind of share my experience with that. I don't know. To me, and I don't know, maybe it's because I'm old. I don't know, but I got a kick out of it. I thought it was funny. When I started the email, I was like, wait, I violated community guidelines? Have you watched my channel? But then when I saw the video and reviewed their standards, okay, sure. I can see where they would interpret it that way. So it is what it is. Listen, in the scheme of life, it's uploading videos to a platform. It's not the end of the world, man. Just let it go. So that's my advice as well. Don't take any of this too seriously. Even if this is your primary source of income and it's one of the best videos, best performing videos you've ever had, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Try to fight it if you want to, and if you truly believe that it doesn't. But you got to remember, even if it hits one of their guideline points, they're going to flag it. And again, it's their platform, but it'll be okay. Just make more videos, make more content, have fun, enjoy the ride. Life is way too short to get tied up in all this mess. So anyhow, just throwing that out there. Hope you have a good one. I'm davidinark. I guess I'll get that light fixed. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.